We should be live in a second. All right, everybody, and shalom to everybody. I hope my voice came in good and clear. And please invite your friends. And today we will speak about many things, and we are in Discord at the same time this time, not only in YouTube. Do you hear me in YouTube? Am I heard? Let me know, please, if the voice is coming good and clear from your side. All right. Like before we start today, in the last 24 hours, many things happened. And one of the most disgusting thing I saw in the internet, that a group of activists who they are anti-war activists, they were rejoicing because Iran attacked Israel. I mean, imagine how hypocrite, how stupid they are. Supposedly they are anti-war. So how you rejoice for war? This is telling you how filthy scumbag those people are. I'm serious. I mean, how you call yourself anti-war, and then you scream and you rejoice for war. Look like they are anti-war only if the one is going to be killed is a Muslim or a terrorist. But Fox News will not let me play that unless I allow the ads. I will not allow your ads. Thank you very much. Get lost. So this guy, I don't know who is he. I can post the link for you. He was making a speech for Palestine as usual. Let's see if we can play this monkey.
I just have to report something to everyone, and so it begins, so to speak. 12 days ago, Israel brazenly hit an Iranian embassy compound in Syria, violating international law again.
Again, Iran violate international law every day. They hit Iraq, they hit the Kurdish, they hit in Syria, they have army in Syria, they support Hamas, they support Hezbollah, which is hitting Israel. I mean, look how scumbag they are. Again, I mean, they hate Israel to death, those filthy scumbag. The scumbag of this earth. And now this guy, he will announce that Iran is responding right now, and let us see what they will do.
And Iran has just responded about 30 minutes ago. They sent, this is from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard directly. They sent drones and missiles.
Low audio.
Specific targets in occupied Palestine, Israeli targets in occupied Palestine.
Occupied Palestine. He didn't know what to say. I mean, what a bunch of scumbags. So people, they are saying the sound is not coming good. I don't know what to do with the software. Look like I have to end doing something here. Let us see what we can do. Oh boy. I will try to change the audio source. Maybe that, guys, will help you. Sound. Okay. But maybe that will be better now. Let us see.
And they believe that they will be in Palestinian, I don't call it Israeli airspace.
You don't call it Israel, that's it.
Between 2 and 4 a.m., which means in about between 2 and 4 hours from now. It's 12 midnight in Palestine right now. In addition, there are reports of drones having been fired on Israel from Yemen and Iraq as well.
Can you believe it, those scumbag? Can you believe it? Guys, can you believe it, those scumbag? They are cheering because Iranian terrorist regime who kill homosexual and gays and lesbian and anyone who want to speak against the regime, and now they are defending this regime. This is how much they hate Christianity, Judaism, people who have faith. A bunch of scumbag. Was the sound coming to you good in YouTube, or it still wasn't good? I wasn't playing video. The video on the screen you don't see. I wasn't playing that one. I was playing different video. All right. What you see on the screen now, this is an interview between Fox News and the former Prime Minister of Israel. Let us hear what he will say.
The former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. Mr. Bennett, thank you for joining us. And I want to start by asking you, should Prime Minister Netanyahu respond aggressively, measured, or should he not respond?
We should do what America would have done if 330 cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and UAVs were hurled towards American land. Some of them hitting, and I'll just mention that a 7-year-old Arab Israeli girl is fighting for her life right now. So what would America do? That's what we need to do.
So that means full force response.
We're going to need to have a clever, surprising, and decisive response. Look, I'm hearing about the incredible victory that Israel achieved yesterday versus Iran. Mm-hmm. I would define it differently. Indeed, it was an incredible success, phenomenal success in defense. Basically, we've managed to fend off and protect against all the sorts of weapons coming from all directions simultaneously. But you cannot win wars by defense only. After incurring 330 hits and us not hitting back, just blocking, the only way Iran will think twice next time is if they pay a very painful price.
See, this is the good answer. They were, this is how hypocrite the whole world, So they are asking him what you should do, how you respond will do. The answer is, should we respond the same as what if America hit by 330 missiles? What America would do? What America would do? Why the American, they are asking Israel not to respond? Is that going to be the scenario if Iran launched missiles at Washington, D.C.? Is that really the scenario? They will say we should not respond? So here you see the hypocrisy. Biden is just a puppy of Obama, and I believe strongly that all what Iranian hoping for, that Biden, because he is the puppy of Obama, and Obama is a Shia Muslim, he will not let America join any response. However, this guy made it clear. We do not need America to join us anything, and we are not asking anyone to defend us.
Meanwhile, President Biden reportedly told Prime Minister Netanyahu the U.S. will not back any counterattack against Iran. Is this the best stance for the U.S.?
I'm not going to tell the U.S. what to do. Israel is not going to ask and never asked America to fight our wars. We're fully capable of defending ourselves. I would say, though, that for all your viewers right now, we are fighting your war. we're fighting the war of the West. Because make no mistake, if Iran goes nuclear, and it's got these long-range ballistic missiles that can reach Europe, and later on, it won't be that difficult to reach America. This is a global threat. And in fact, the number one global exporter of terror is the Islamic Republic of Iran. So we, in effect, are fighting the craziest regimes and terror organizations on earth, and we do expect that America stand behind us as it has done in the past. We're allies, and that's how friends should treat each other.
Well, Trey Yanks just reported that Israel wants to form a regional coalition against Iran. What does it signal to you that Saudi Arabia and Jordan joined the U.S. and the U.K. in shooting down Iran's drones and missiles aimed at Israel?
By the way, this information is not accurate. The Jordanian didn't have any technology to shoot down any missiles. Saudi Arabia is not even in the way. So the Iranian missile did not even cross Saudi Arabia. This is really funny. So don't listen to everything you see in the news. But in Jordan, there is American forces. In Saudi Arabia, there is American bases, secret bases too, and in Syria, plus in Iraq. So the Israelis still do not need anybody really to do anything, and mostly any intervene happened by the USA. It was just disabling the signal of the GPS, so the Iranian will not be able to have a good control of any of their drones. However, the danger was not really in the drones; it was in the cruise missiles. Cruise missiles are very fast. They are heavy duty, not like those toys drones who they can do nothing. And it doesn't take long. You know, the drones took them a few hours to arrive. A few hours. You know, so it's like it's even stupid to use it, especially if you know. I mean, the enemy can spot them from far distance, so they start shooting them from long distance before they arrive to Israel. Only few they were able to arrive to Israel, and I think what they did, they elect their target, which means they start shooting the bigger ones, which means they have bigger explosive, and then they left at the end the small tiny ones, and this is the one where it was able to enter the airspace of Israel, and still they destroyed them too. So Israel is not really, nobody is joining with them, and they do not need anyone. So, you know, all of us, we knew actually that they are the first one who was able to shoot drones down in the world. Not only drones, I mean rockets, small rockets. Like, you know, those Katyusha rockets sent by Hamas, those are very hard to catch because it's like a bullet. It's like shooting at a bullet, literally. They don't have an engine, they don't have anything. So, and because it's a short distance, so shooting those things is extremely hard. Yet the Israeli, they were able really to hunt them. Most of them they could not go through. Even though Hamas was shooting like in a certain point, like, you know, in one day, like 1,000 something rocket, non-stop, 5,000 rocket actually. So here Iran is just the biggest stupid mistake ever. And you know, for me, what this guy is saying is accurate, but there should not be a response. This should not be a response. This should be a solution, because if you respond, and they are able to respond back, so you did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because if I respond, so what? You throw a rock at me, I throw a rock at you. Well, then we will still keep throwing rocks at each other, right? But this is not what should be done. You should disarm them totally. Your response should be, in a way, will disarm the enemy for a long, long, long time. And from now on, Israel should not wait no more. Like before, it was like a fight behind the curtain. So Iran was fighting Israel behind Hezbollah and Al-Houthi. Now that's it. There's no curtain. So Israel should hit every few weeks, choose a target away from civilians, have nothing to do with civilians, because many of the civilians, by the way, of Iran's, they support Israel. There's a lot of Iranian, they are anti-Islam, anti the mullahs, anti this regime. And they would like to see the family of the Shah of Iran, the king of Iran, to come back. Who they are already, most of them, they are Christians. I think even the king, he became a Christian before he died. So Israel now, they have really a great opportunity to respond. As this guy, he says, it's going to be like a very elective target, you know? And those very elective, you don't want to just go. I mean, those savage Iranian, they just regime, they just send like what I heard that they were trying to destroy a runway in the desert of Najaf for an airport. I mean, what that will do? I mean, this is very silly. So their target is so silly and so stupid, and I don't really understand what kind of form of stupidity they reach. What I know about the Iranian regime, they are always sneaky. They will not do such a mistake. I don't know what happened right now. And actually, now it's a great opportunity for Israel because Iranian regime is almost going to be ready to be able to produce a nuclear weapon. So the Israeli now, they want to respond. Well, they should respond to where it hurt most. Disarm them from any nuclear future. Destroy all the manufacturers where they make their drones, weapon, anything sensitive, and they send their drones from Hamadan. Hamadan, you know, an area, there's a lot of refinery in that area. Burn their refineries, because if there's no money, there's no weapon. If there's no oil, there's no Hezbollah. If there's no oil, there's no mullahs. How they can pay? You know, if you see, if you are a leader, and you have an army of 1 million, at the end of the month you have to pay them salaries. Nobody will work for free. When people get hungry, they forget about leaders and mullahs. They are hungry. Hunger, you know, there's no negotiation with hunger. Even the one who is he is always obedience to you. They are obedience because they are eating. So the Israeli, they should cut the artery of terrorism, and that is the oil. Should sink all the ships of Iran, which is capable of shipping oil. They should put sanctions on the borders of Iran. Anyone will buy oil from them, we will shoot down your ship. If the Iranians say, okay, we are going to shoot with the Saudi, even better, because that will make more countries join the war against Iran, and Israel will not be alone no more. So don't worry about what will happen to the world. Worry about yourself, save your nation, and do what you need to do.
This is a very positive development. It's been in the works for several years now. As a Prime Minister of Israel, I worked very hard with some regional players and with the United States on putting together what I called the Middle East Air Defense System, MEAD, which is a integrated air defense system where all for one and one for all, we can all identify aerial targets and we can all intercept them. That is vital. Look, ultimately, the Islamic Republic of Iran is despised by its own people. It's a corrupt and, I would say, incompetent regime that is destined to collapse. We all need to work together to change the regime for the sake of the Iranian people and the sake of global stability. This will happen.
Meantime, the situation in Gaza remains dire. Does this unprecedented attack on Israel from Iran have any bearing on how Israel and the IDF should proceed in Gaza?
It does, because Gaza, Hamas, and the Islamic Jihad are arms of an octopus of terror whose head is in Tehran, and it sends its tentacles all around the Middle East, to Iraq, to Syria, to Lebanon.
Yeah, actually, this was the plan of Iran. They will be surrounding Israel from every side. So if Israel, when they decide to attack Iran, you know, in response for something, they have all the puppies around Israel. It's like, you know, when you go for a hunt, there's one hunter, but there is 10 dogs. The dogs, their job is to keep the prey, busy, confuse, panic. So like if you have 10 dogs and you have one lion, the lion is a lion, it's powerful, but still the dogs, they can make him get tired. They keep surrounding him, bark at him. He move, they move with him. He stop, they stop. So this was the point of those terrorist groups around Israel. And now Israel, instead of always dealing with the puppies, the dogs, it's time to hit. And in the same time, they have to be ready, because I believe strongly, if they hit Iran, Hezbollah, the puppy of Iran, will join the war. And that will be a great opportunity for Israel to demolish with no mercy those terrorists. And trust me, I know what Israeli can do. You see, during the war in Lebanon, everybody saw how coward those people are. The Israeli army, they landed in the airport, like there's like a major road for the airport in west of Beirut. Imagine the helicopters, they landed in the street. In the street, they capture the second person of Hezbollah, him and his bodyguard. This bodyguard, they throw their weapon right away. They did not even fight back. The Israeli, they came down and they have dogs with them. They are just having like picnic. They captured the guy, they captured the bodyguards, they took everybody, they checked the cars, they inspect them to see if there's any papers, anything is important. They took their time, 15, 20 minutes, half hour, and then they went in the helicopters and they left. Not a single member of Hezbollah show up. After the Israeli, they went in the sky and they disappear and they are gone and there's nobody no more. Suddenly the street is full of heroes, fighters from Hezbollah. Everybody knows who they are. They are a bunch of potatoes, cowards. And it's time for Israel to cut the head of the snake. Otherwise, you will never, I mean, you see, you can choose, like, I don't know if you know, like, you can choose shame to keep peace. But trust me, those who choose shame in return of peace, they will get shame and they will get war. Which means shame never stop the wicked or enemy from attacking you. Actually, when he see that you are always trying to avoid the war, he see that you have a weakened, you're weak. Obviously, there's something wrong. You cannot really dare to go in at war. So they take it in the wrong way, in the wrong message. And now the Israeli, because they proved with their ability of stopping the attack, I mean 330, I thought it's 100 yesterday. It turned to be 330. Most of them, they are cruise missiles. And cruise missiles are way faster than the drones. And they can destroy a very big, target. So the Israelis were able to prove to their own people, to themselves, they are really ready to go at war. And remember, Israeli now, I mean, their warehouses should be empty from weapon. They are already in more than 6 months at war. So imagine how much ammunition they use, how much rockets, all they should be exhausted. And I think this is what the Iranian they thought. Those Israeli, I mean, now after 6 months of with war with Hamas and all the weapon they use, so now they must be tired and they are not really ready to go for any offense. But we know better. The Israeli are very smart people. They are not savage like those regime. And riding a missile and trying to come to a country thinking that you can really destroy it. This is a country have hundreds of nukes. I mean, if Israel decide to go to the easiest solution, so let us think about it. If Israel decide to nuke Iran, who is going to stop Israel? Biden? What you will do with them? You put sanctions. That's it. Iran is gone. So, for me, I see that the attack of the Iranian is so stupid and so naive, and they gave the Israeli a golden opportunity. And I believe this opportunity will not come back again easy. Now, if Israel launch an attack, many countries, especially Western countries, they will give them the excuse for that. But if they did not do it now, soon, let us say a month from now, 6 months from now, everybody will say, what are you doing? So they should attack. And I'm thinking about it. What is the best day to attack? You notice here that always Muslims, they attack Israel in Saturday. Anyone notice? Guys, did you notice that? The Muhammadans, they always attack Israel on Saturday when they have holiday. Always. In the 1973, they attack in Ramadan. Always in Ramadan. October 7 was not in Ramadan. But October 7, it should be happening in October 6. October 6 is simply the date where the Muslims, Egypt, Syria, Iraq, Jordan, all the scumbags in the world, they attack Israel and they lost the war massively. October 6 was the day of the attack. It was Saturday. October 7, it happened to be 7 because simply it was not Saturday. So they could not make it at 6, I mean. So because October 7 was Saturday, so they attack on the holiday. The Jews, they have a holiday, and now everybody is home. So always the Muslims, they attack the Jews on Saturday. So I wonder if the Israeli will respond by attacking next Friday. What is today? Sunday. We have 5 days to go. Well, the Israeli, they should not wait so long. Otherwise, this opportunity might not be returned easy. And now you have support of many countries around the world. And don't worry about Biden. Who cares about what Biden says? Biden is speaking for Obama. However, we know, you see, like Biden, he is, because his party is Democrat. And those Democrats, we know them. However, they cannot deny Israel. There's many things, America, they cannot really, it doesn't matter how many people they speak against Israel and they shout against Israel. In the day of the election, you will see every one of them kissing the ass of Israel. It doesn't matter if he is Republican or Democrat. Obama, he was anti-Israel for 8 years. However, always before the election, Obama, he loved Israel. Even Obama, before he left the office, just to get the support of Israel for their party, he signed the biggest assistant aid to Israel in the history of USA. Go check it out. A week before he left the office, because they wanted the support of Israel to Hillary Clinton against Trump. So we know the game, and we knew that they cannot go against Israel. Same time, America's security is in the hand of Israel, not the opposite. The Israeli, they have a very, very specific technology, which nobody have. American weapon is too much depend in many weapon we have, depend in the Israeli involvement. Especially the weapon which can hunt drones, laser machines, laser guns, laser weapon, robot, AI, you name it, spying, satellite. So the Israeli, they have a very, very advanced technology. And this is why actually the Arab themselves, they are kissing the butt of Israel. Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain, they need Israel. We heard here in this interview talking about making a coalition of anti-Iran. And who is the coalition is? You believe it or not, is going to be Saudi Arabia, Emirates, Bahrain, and Jordan. Now the Jordanian, they are really under a lot of pressure because 75 to 80%, maybe 90, I'm not sure of the number, of the population are originally from, so-called Palestinians. So the king of Jordan, he is really under a lot of stress because he don't have people. He is a king. He's a foreign king. First of all, originally he is from Saudi Arabia, which means he is not even one. He is not even from Jordan. Number two, the majority of the population in Jordan are not Jordanian. Number three, is a very poor king. And very poor mean he have no resources. He can't even pay salaries of his army. I believe strongly that his army is paid by USA and the assistant USA give to Jordan every year. And Israeli are helping him too because they don't want him to collapse. He is the good dog in the border. So anyway, I hope the Israeli, they will not hesitate to join forces. To take their forces, not to join forces, because obviously the American, they will not do anything. It's election years. This is why the Iranian, they knew how stupid the Western politics. You see, Trump, he did the same. It's election year. In election year, all those presidents, they avoid any problem. When the Iranian, they hit, I think the cost for the airplane was a 1 billion. 1 billion American drone, the cost of it. Trump, he responded for nothing. He acted as nothing happened. When the Iranian, they hit our base in Iraq, Trump, he closed his eyes. So the Iranian, they know how to bully America. And the American, because we don't have leaders, so Iranian, they don't look at America as something scary no more. They see the street full of people like anti-war. They see the woke culture. They see the liberals are even. We just heard them shouting, cheering for Iran. They are supporting Iran now. So the Iranian, they are hoping that all this pressure will not let anyone think of respond to them. But they forgot a very simple thing. Chicago is not in charge of America, and Chicago is not in charge of Israel. And Joe Biden himself is not in charge of Israel. In fact, I assure you that Saudi Arabia, they are willing to fund all the war against Iran. They will be willing to pay for any cost for anyone will destroy their enemy, which is Iran and Al-Houthi in Yemen. So America don't support, it's not really important. For this is Israel, I heard in the news, they want to stop selling them parts for F-13, 35, etc. This is Israel, my friend. They are the one who have the technology of electronic chips, computers. They can, even if there is a part they don't have, I assure you they can make. So nobody can make sanctions on Israel. Europe security is attached to Israel. Germany, France, England, they depend on Israel in many technology. It's not the opposite. It is not the opposite. Israel do not need the protection of the UK or France or Germany. They don't. So this is a great opportunity. I saw in the news, in the Israeli news, they are talking about how to respond. So the war cabinet, they met for 3 hours. According to the news, which usually is not really what happened behind the room, but this is what they say. all the war cabinet agree about the response, but they are not agreement yet about how. Like which target, where we go, how far. Some they want to go extreme, and I am one of them. Because if you don't burn it, the fire will stay for long. It's like, you have you have a lot of wood, and you keep throwing one piece every day at the fire. So you have a fire, you have wood enough for a year, 2 years, 3 years. But if you make a big fire, burn all the wood in one day, that's it. Let it get hot in one day and burn it all. Burn it to ground zero. And then your enemy will not be capable of attacking you for long, long, long time. And you have always to be vigilant and watching them carefully. Same time, it's an irony how it is. Like, the Arab, they always hate the Persian. The Persian always they hate the Arab. But because now the division is not about ethnic as before, as much it is about religion. Saudi Arabia is terrified, for Iran is getting stronger and stronger, and they see every day, and they are watching carefully how Iran is in the edge of making nuke. If you remember, before the war happened with Hamas, the Saudi Arabia, they put conditions to normalize relationship with Israel if America and Israel they build a nuclear facility in Saudi Arabia. So the Saudi, all their interest, they don't care for Israel. They don't want to fight Israel. All their interest is how to protect themselves from the coming invasion. Iran is coming. In Saudi Arabia, there's a good population of Shia. Plus, the Houthi is all over the borders of Saudi Arabia. If you check those areas here, you will notice how big the population of the Shia on those territories. So Saudi Arabia is not a country like where it is 100% Muslim Sunni. No. There is a good number of Muslim Shia. They are still minority, not the majority, but the number of Shia is increasing in Saudi Arabia. The number of Shia in Emirat, the number of Shia in Bahrain. In fact, in Bahrain, most of the Shia, they have zero citizenship, which means they don't give them passport. Bahrain trying to eliminate the number of Shia, so they don't give them passport. Because if they give them citizenship, even though they are born there, their grandfather born there, their grandfather born them, but they consider them, they are people who came either from Iraq or came from Iran. So they are not really local. And it's possible to be so. However, we know that Bahrain, if you remember the story of Al-Qurmuti, Al-Qurmuti, he was able to go all the way, control all this territory, you see in the front of you in the map, and then go all the way to Mecca and destroy the Kaaba and take the black stone and make the black stone a pupa stone. So the Shia in some time of history, they were really the massive population of the Muslims. In fact, all of Egypt in certain time was Shia. The biggest university in the world for Muslim terrorism in Egypt, it's called Al-Azhar. It's built by the Shia, not by the Sunni, because Egypt, the Caliphate, was always Shia. The whole country was Shia. When the Muslim Sunni was able to invade and take over, they forced everybody to become Sunni. This is how easy it is. Like switch Shia Sunni, Shia Sunni, Shia Sunni. And now in Egypt there is little tiny minority of Shia. However, the number of Shia is increasing, and this is why the Saudi, they are so worried about what is coming next. They don't trust the American. You know, American, they prove to be, they are not a friend for anybody. Like as an example, the potato Trump, the idiot, when he was in the office, suddenly he decided he want to withdraw from Syria. Erdogan is waiting for that. And it looked like Trump is doing the wish of Erdogan. This is how stupid this guy is when it's come to abroad. So Erdogan was preparing his militant and his army and the gang and the Muslim Brotherhood and the terrorists to invade the Kurdish area, and they will slaughter them all. Trump, he don't care. All what he care is how to become a president again. If we lose 1 million Kurdish, who care? Well, they are your friends. They help you against ISIS. They supported you. What? How you betray them? Who care? They don't care. American leaders are not leaders. They are businessmen. Just make me a president. Who die, who live, who care? Trump, Biden, all is, I don't want to use the word shit, but they are shit. Excuse me. Many territories were occupied by the Turkish army and the gang, the Qaeda and Muslim Brotherhood, under the watch of Trump. He allowed them to do it. He did not defend the Kurdish. He's just said, and he said he will leave. I'm leaving. Erdogan was so happy because what Erdogan wanted to do is to take all the north of Syria, control it, and then he controlled the oil of the country for free. He will take a massive amount of oil for free. This is what Trump was doing, the dummy. So we don't know the coming year what will happen if Trump became a president. God knows, this guy is an idiot. Biden is the puppy of Obama. He's the puppy of the Muslims. Trump is the puppy of the Muslim too. Just give him money. Just give him a check. Anything you want, you are welcome. He go in front of the White House, says, Qatar supporting terrorism. You should stop right now. 2 weeks after, he sent them a lot of airplanes. Few weeks after, they rented a building from his son-in-law. You know, I voted for Trump, but doesn't mean that he is a good guy. I mean, they are all scumbags, sadly. So, Israel, the situation of Israel, it doesn't matter who is going to be the president. They cannot trust Biden. They cannot trust Trump. They cannot trust France. In fact, anyone trust a foreign country for his security is a fool. Anyone. You see, imagine, like, okay, you are at your home right now, and you trust that the one who can protect you is the police. What if a criminal come to your house? How many minutes the police will take them to show up in your home? 10 minutes? In 10 minutes, you and your family, dead. This is what happens if you trust the police to protect you. But if you are armed and ready to protect yourself, then the police took them 10 minutes, took them 15 minutes, took them 30 minutes. You can defend yourself. And this is about individual. How it is if it's about a country. So Israel now, they are the powerful, they have the upper hand, and there's no reason for them not to respond in a way where it hurt. I mean, if you want to hit Iran, hit them in the balls. Just to express to you what I meant by painful. They should hit on the balls, not in the heart. Because those Muslim mullahs, their heart is in their balls. They don't have heart. They don't have value for a human life. They don't have any of this. If I am in charge, I will burn all the refinery of Iran tomorrow. And let us see how Iran can pay for the salary of Hezbollah. Oil. Oil should be #1 target. They cannot make weapon. You see the Russian, they built for them facility because of money. If there's no money, there's no money. There's no money, there's no honey. So hit their oil. So I hope before the end of this week, the Israeli, they will do what is right. Because if they waited so long, the massive response will not be accepted by the international community as if it is happen now. And if Biden is upset or not, who care? This guy, he is in the election year. What is the month today? It's April 14. Few months left for him in the White House. This guy, he might die even before the end of the month. He hardly remember his name. And then guess what will happen if Biden, he die? We have the most smart, intelligent female in the world. Her name is Kamala Harris. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. She laughed for 24 hours, even in a funeral. So, if the Israeli are waiting for the smart one to be a president in USA, well, I want to ask you, when the last time you have a smart leader in this country? I mean, look at your Congress, you know how smart the Americans are. Many Americans until now do not even know where is Gaza and where is Israel. I mean, they don't even know how many states there is in Israel, in USA. There's a guy, his name is Mike Dice, something like this. He told, he asked a bunch of people in the street in California. One of them, he asked her that the sons of Trump, they found hunting dinosaur, and they think they can get away with it. What you should do? Put them in jail? She said, "Yeah, we should put them in jail." He said, "Yeah, because those dinosaurs are like a species. They are not, we should not hunt them." He said, "Yeah, I agree. A dinosaur. The Trump sons, they are hunting dinosaurs. They have no brain." This country, like before I come to the state, I always look at the West as they are the smart and we are the dummy. I mean, look what we have in the Middle East. The land is messed up. We have always war. We don't need a Christmas tree in the Middle East because we keep losing electricity every 2 seconds. I mean, like, electricity is like like, we do not need a Christmas light. Your mom, she want to make, I remember my mom, she want to make, like, let's say, cook something. She start cooking the thing, the electricity is gone. It's coming back. It's gone. It's coming back. It's gone. It's messed up. The whole country is, all Middle East messed up. So when you come to the West, you see that they are advanced, they have airplanes, they have etc., they have satellite. What you expect? You expect to see smart people in the street. But when you come to USA, you see how naive the Americans are, how ignorant. They have no idea about history. They are ignorant about religion. They are ignorant about geography. They are bad in mathematics. And it turned to be that those who they are the quality in USA are a very small minority. The rest of the American are so naive, blank, literally blank. This is why you see when American election happened, you see the most funny scenario in the election. They put for you in a bunch of a bunch of ducks, you know, ducks, duck, quack, 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 quack. Stupid, silly debate. This is a debate? This is a guy, he asked question, what do you do for health insurance? I will make the etc. I mean, this is like a debate happen in Egypt, you know, like in the comedy movies in Egypt, where the guy he gives some falafel to vote for him. So Western countries are screwed. Leaders are bad. People are naive. Young ones are woke. Liberals are so stupid. I mean, have you ever heard of a country don't have borders? So we send the troops to protect other countries, but we don't have the troops to protect our borders. Have you ever heard of this? I mean, those people are mad. Liberals are mentally ill. They have a diarrhea. Their brain is in their butt, and their butt have a diarrhea, and the brain is gone with the diarrhea. They don't want to dig for oil, but they buy oil because they don't want the global warming. But you are still driving cars. Why you want to buy oil if you have oil, you idiot? I mean, if you can stop using oil, good. Stop using oil. But still you are buying oil, so you did not stop the global warming. They are so stupid, so dummy. They're monkeys. This woman, what her name, Cortez, she want to kill all the cows in America because they are farting. I mean, how in the world, if those are your congressmen and women, what about your stupid ones then? If those are your congressmen and women, who is the stupid in this country then? She want to get rid of the cows. What about you should stop farting too. We should put something in your anus so you stop farting, because methanol is methanol. I don't know what her name. I mean, when I see her, I feel like I want to vomit, man, from stupidity. How in the world she became a congresswoman? What's wrong with people? Like, go in the street and shout and say climate change. Those European, you know, mental ill, climate change. They want to change the climate. One volcano is more than all the cars in the world. Anyway, so because we don't have leadership, the Israeli today, they are struggling and they are confused. Who is with us in America? They don't know. Because even the one who say, I support Israel, he is not saying that because he supports Israel, because of election. So what the American they do, the politician of America, they calculate their numbers. So if I am in a state where the majority are liberals, and I know now the majority are against Israel, so I have to make speeches against Israel. Otherwise, next election I will lose. Not because they agree with Israel or not. Those are lizards. They change their skin color. They go with the trend. Trump just last week, he said that we should allow people to vote for abortion. See, the hypocrite? Now, he said to himself, I don't want to lose people to vote for me. Abortion, some people don't like, you know, to ban abortion. So let to take side. I will say, I don't care. I will say, you vote for it. So he wanted to clean his hand from this issue, so that will not affect his election, because all what he cared for, what? Is to win the election, not ethic. All of them, they have zero ethic. A person of ethic, he will not side with abortion no matter what, he lose election or not. But because all what he care for is to win, just make me a president, man, for the sake of the shin of Allah. It doesn't matter what the price. So the Israeli now, they should not worry about America. Step by step, finish with your enemy and trust your Lord. And in the same time, we as a Christians, we understand what's going on. This war is not against Israel alone. It's against us. If there is no Israel, what Iran will hit? Who is next? Do you think those Hezbollah, like, okay, Israel is gone. Are they going to give up their weapon? They will not do terrorism no more. That's it. It's over. Is that really the problem? No. They will search for the next target. So the reality is that Israel right now is taking all the stress from the next target. And who is the next target? It's you as a Christian, or you as an atheist, or you as a Hindu, or you as a Buddhist, or you as a Muslim Sunni too, because those Shia, they wanna same as a Sunni. Their target is to finish anyone don't agree with them. So even if you don't like Israel, you are not supporting Israel because you like Israel. You are supporting Israel because they are fighting for you. In fact, this guy, he said something true. He says, we are fighting for you.
Islamic Republic of Iran. So we, in effect, are fighting the craziest regimes and terror organizations on earth, and we do expect that America stand behind us as it has done in the past. We're allies, and that's how friends should treat each other.
Well, Trey Yanks just reported that Israel wants to form a regional coalition against Iran. What does it signal to you that Saudi Arabia and Jordan joined the U.S. and the U.K. in shooting down Iran's drones and missiles aimed at Israel?
This is a very positive development. It's been in the works for several years now. As a Prime Minister of Israel, I worked very hard with some regional players and with the United States on putting together what I call the Middle East Air Defense System, MEAD, which is a...
See what he's talking about now? Middle East air defenses. When you hear this, it sounds crazy, right? I mean, those people, they just few years ago, they are enemy. I mean, so, imagine now, guys, imagine. Do you see how having one enemy unite enemies? Did you hear what he said? He just said, we are going to make Air Force defense in the Middle East of coalition. Who? Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Emirates. But how in the world those are enemies, now they are friends? Because Iran is the one they are afraid from. Saudi Arabia is not worried about Israel invading. We know that Israel don't want to invade anybody. They just want to leave them alone. You see all the propaganda, Iran, and those stupid Western liberals, Israel is invading. This is their land. Those are not even Palestinian. Those are Arab. If you ask them, where are you from? He will say, I'm an Arab. Arab are not Palestinian, you donkey. They are not. Those are Arab. So, because the Saudi are not worried about Israel, Israel will never invade them. They knew that. They're worried about the beast, Iran. Emirates is terrified because of Iran. Bahrain, Qatar is relaxing because they have a big base of America. That's all. But Iran is coming closer and closer. Iran now took over Iraq. So now Iran is literally in the borders of Saudi Arabia. There's no more sea between them. The Hezbollah of Iraq, let me show you some pictures. You know, when ISIS did occupy a big part of Iraq, that was a point of change in Iraq. Let me show you what is Hezbollah in Iraq right now is. This web page is not opening. Let's see a different web page, no problem. Let me show you an official website for them. Those are Iraqi. But who is their leader? What's wrong with those websites? They are not opening. Hey, potatoes. Maybe because I am in America, they don't like American to open their website. Those terrorists. Yeah, the website page is not opening. I will wait for it until it's open. Okay, let me try another one. So now they have tanks, they have missiles, they have, they have a massive army in Iraq. ISIS was an excuse to establish a Shia Hezbollah army in Iraq. And now they are even more powerful than the Iraqi government army. Let's see if I can show you this. I don't know. This website open. So look at this. Those are they call themselves Al-Hashd al-Shabi, but they are totally Shia militant under the command of Iran. The sheikh you see in the left, his picture, his name is Sistani. He is the highest sheikh in Iraq for the Shia. And they take their command from him. But let us show you what they have. Is it like a group of people, they have a bunch of guns? No, look what they have. Do you see what they have? So they started as a bunch of volunteers to fight ISIS. And USA supported them in the beginning to fight ISIS. And then they took over the country. So now Iraq is literally occupied by Iran. And Hezbollah there have even more weapon than the government of Iran itself. Or Iraq, sorry. Look what they have, look. This is Hezbollah, this is the Shia militant. And all is American. Look at the cars. Thanks to America. So Iran is getting closer and closer into Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain, and getting more and more powerful. And this is why they they are getting more, let us say, they have more courage to attack Israel, because everybody knows if you attack us, all those territories, they will go in a flame. You will not be fighting Iran alone no more. Now you will be fighting those in Iraq. You will be fighting those in Syria. You will be fighting those in Lebanon. You will be fighting those in Yemen. So Iran, trusting, let us say, the massive territory of chaos they can create. So right now, if the Israeli, this is why the American, they don't want any problems, because the Iranian, they are playing a good game. If you want to go and attack us, we will set Iraq in fire. We will set the south of Lebanon in fire. We will set the borders of Syria with Israel in fire. We will set the borders of Saudi Arabia and Yemen in fire. We are going to close the Red Sea. We are going to close Hormuz, which just last week the Iranian forces, they hijacked a ship and they took it. Until now it's gone. So they can close this territory, and no more oil, no more gas coming to Europe, to many countries. So the Iranian, they knew exactly what they are doing. That's why the Israeli, they should hit in a way where it's going to be too late to Iran to respond, which means the response will be useless. And then even if they try to respond, their response will be against all the world, not against Israel alone. Why? If Iran closed this location here, China will be angry, Japan will be angry, Europe will be angry, everybody, because a lot of gas and oil is coming from this territory. So closing this route, or closing this route here in the Red Sea, is a big problem. It's going to be an international problem, not the problem of Israel. In fact, the Israelis are lucky. They have port here connecting them to the Red Sea, but in the same time, always their sea will be open, because the major ports they have is in the Mediterranean. So Israel, they have two ports. One in Eilat, here, on the Red Sea. You see it? And the other one is in the Mediterranean. So the Israeli are, you cannot corner them. They have two exit, let us say two entrance, plus the airport, plus the airspace, plus. So others are not lucky, because simply their bloodline is based on territory like those territories. Most of the trade, many countries, many ships, many containers, they come to Europe, they go through Egypt, and they go through the Suez Canal, which is connected all the way to the Mediterranean. So now, if the Houthi, Yemen, if Iran go at war, the first thing they would do, they will close this area. Actually, they tried. The Houthi was shooting at, if you remember, in the last 6 months, the Shia terrorists of Iran, they were hitting any ship they don't like going crossing this area. And because it's a very narrow area, so it's easy to hunt. It's not really a big deal. So this is what the Iranian, they trust themselves for to happen. If you attack us, we will cause a big problems for the whole world. But Israel should not worry about that, because simply, if the Iranian did that, is going to be a problem of Iran with the world, not with Israel, which means it's going to be for the benefit of Israel. So Israel have to hit hard, fast, sharp, not too much noise, but too much pain. It's not about how many bombs you hit. It's about how sensitive the location you hit. So if the Israeli, they want to do something smart, They should strip Iran from their ability and teach them that one more time you do this, we will wipe the floor with you. They should go first and take all the refinery, like Bandar Abbas here. Hit it. All the oil storage, all refineries, burn it. It's going to take them 20 years to fix it, and trillions of dollars to repair it. The country will go bankrupt. All the refineries of Iran is here in the Persian Gulf. It is very easy target, and we know how the Israeli are capable of hitting their target and how precise they are. Bandar Abu Shahr, sensitive target. All those areas. And for sure, here, because they send, look guys, look what they did. They send the major missiles they hit, it's coming from here, Abadan, in the borders with Iraq. So to be like a close point to cross into Israel. So from Abadan, too bad I cannot draw in the screen so you can see. From Abadan all the way, crossing over Iraq, and possibly, well, actually, possibly they are going to cross over Saudi Arabia. Depend in the direction, but it's possible actually. Yeah, I was wondering why they are saying they shot many missiles over Saudi Arabia. Yeah, because actually, if you look at the map, and here this is Abadan, where the attack coming from. So yeah, it's possible that the missiles they go through the airspace of Iraq and then to Saudi Arabia, and then they cross over to Jordan, and then they go to Israel. Even I saw in the videos in the news that many drones they were flying over Amman, you know, and some videos I saw are recorded from Iraq. Yeah. So let us see what the Israeli army will do, and I hope that the response will be not just, you know, hitting here and there, not a waste of opportunity. It have to be something very serious and something very painful for your enemy, and something will make them go in disability for a long time. And if you ask me what will make Iran go in disability, I say oil. Even their army will go in disability, because without money, no honey. They will not be able to pay for their soldiers. They will not be able to pay for their nuclear weapon. Any money, I mean, you need money. And those people, they have, you see, Iran, I believe God is punishing them. They have the worst drought in history. No water. No water. They are struggling in a very massive way. And you know, any country in the world, it doesn't matter where you live. If you have a lot of oil but you have no water, you are in big trouble. Farmers, they cannot run dams. They are dry. The dams in Iran, they are dead. There's no water at all. No rain, no snow, no nothing. You know, You can right now, if you go and search, you will see how many dams in Iran is totally dry. There is nothing, you know, not even a drop of water. Look at this. Nothing. No water. So the country is struggling badly already. People are struggling. So Israel actually, they can cause the collapse of the Iranian regime if they hit the oil refinery. Because, you know, people, they can have patience with such a regime, with Allahu Akbar and Alhamdulillah and tomorrow, inshallah. All this garbage can work as long people, they have food on the table. When people have no food in any country in the world, nobody will stay home because nothing left to stop you. You are hungry. So the Israeli, they should hit the source of money. They cannot sponsor Hezbollah if they don't have oil. Trump, he made a very smart move. This is the only, maybe the best smart move I made. This guy, like, man, this guy was really good when he did that. He put a massive sanctions on Iran. Almost the regime was collapsed. And then Obama became president, and Obama, which means Biden, he revived Iran again. Trump, he suffocated Iran. Biden, he gave a PCR or CPR. Almost the regime is collapsing. So the Israeli, they have to do it, and they have to do it right, and they have to hit the enemy, so the enemy will remember it for long, long time. And not only that, if the Israeli did not respond in a way to teach all the enemy in the world what is the price of attacking them, that will open the door of more enemies to attack Israel. You know, when the American respond to an invasion or attack on American or etc., everybody get terrified because everybody knows what the Americans are capable of. But it's not about the American army. It is mostly about the American leader. You will notice that when a person, he is, let us say, he is willing to go to war, everybody behave. Everybody behave. The second they feel there is a weakness in the leadership, suddenly everybody is making fun of America. Nobody respects the country no more. Because simply they feel the weakness. But it's not the USA Army is the weak. It is the leadership. And this goes for Israel too. If the Israeli today did not hit in a right way to teach Iran, not only Iran, all the enemies of Israel in the world, that listen carefully, you can start a war with us, but you will pay a massive price. So the attack should be to make an example of the mullahs of Iran. We don't want the civilian to be hurt. This should not be the target. We want the mullah collapse. And to do that is the refinery, the oil, the nuclear facility, the drone, like all those drone manufacturers, all those things. Every manufacturer, they made those weapons there should be destroyed. No matter what. It is time to do what need to be done. And the Israeli, if they did not do it right, they are going to open the door to invite all terrorists in the world to attack them in the future. You have to make an example of your enemy when they attack. Otherwise, you show a very clear sign of weakness, and then everybody will attack you. And it's time to hit the head of the snake, not the tail. So let us hope that what this former Prime Minister of Israel said is going to happen, and we will take it from there.
Former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. Mr. Bennett, thank you for joining us. And I want to start by asking you, should Prime Minister Netanyahu respond aggressively, measured, or should he not respond?
We should do what America would have done if 330 cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and UAVs were hurled towards American land.
Exactly. We should do what American will do if 330 cruise missiles and drone attack America. What the American will do if a country attack them with 330 cruise missiles and drone. We should do what the American will do. And here that will show you the hypocrisy of any country. So if somebody want to say he's from France, oh, they should not respond. What France will do if Iran attack France, Iranian attacking the cities of France, Paris, all the cities in France, with 330 cruise missiles, what France should respond? We will do the same response. Hypocrite, who they are saying to Israel, you should not respond. They are choosing shame in exchange for peace. And those who choose shame in exchange for peace, they always get shame and war. Because always shame bring war. You shame yourself, you put your head down. The enemy now, he see that you are weak and there is no place for you in his table. So shame on you if you choose shame in exchange for peace, because those who choose shame for peace, they get the shame and they did not escape the war. Still your enemy will hate you, want to kill you. So why you want to choose shame? Those people don't understand the word peace. They have no value for it. It's either you or them. So I hope the Israeli, they are going to make this image come to be true, and they put those mullahs and send them to free shipping and handling. And actually I'm expecting the Israeli to do some, like let us say, they call it onion hunt, potato hunt. I'm not sure what kind of hunt it is. Like those who they are responsible in the country, the Israeli, they might be targeting. But I think it's more important from the leaders, because you know, you kill a leader, they'll get a new one. Money. Hit the faucet of the money. Close it. So anyway, I just wanted to share my opinion with you today about what's happening. And if you're an Israeli, you like me to be a prime minister, just give me the office for a week. You know what? 24 hours. Just give me the army of Israel for 24 hours. Just 24 hours, not 48. And trust me, you will never regret it. You will not. Give me the army of Israel, and I will teach those cowards what Israel is about. Those people, they fear, they don't respect. Respect is not exist in their dictionary. This is a culture of fear. The husband beat his wife because this is the culture of terrorism. He beat her to terrify her. The husband He will be beaten by the police. The police will be beaten by the Revolutionary Guard. The Revolutionary Guard, they will be beaten by the Secret Service guards. And everybody beating everybody. For this is the culture of terrorism, and this is Islam. They don't respect, they fear. And if they don't fear you, they will be like bugs all over you. The reason animals, they fear the lion, not because the lion have teeth. That is not the reason. But because the lion have a reputation of a lion. And if you are the Lion of Judah, well, do the Lion of Judah act. And don't be a potato. Let your reputation as a lion activated. For this is the only reason they will respect you for. And this is the only language they understand. Negotiation, ceasefire, all of this will not work. This will continue forever. Unless don't laugh like a lion, but roar like one. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And this is your brother Christian Prince, who was serving you humbly for today. See you soon again. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that.